Have you ever felt tight? I don't mean physically tight. I mean that feeling in your soul where you know deep down that you no longer fit in the life you are living. The job, the relationship, the city, the mindset. It used to protect you. It used to be comfortable. But now, it feels like a cage that is slowly crushing you. I ask this because I spent an afternoon on the beach watching a creature that understands this dilemma better than any human, the hermit crab. When I zoomed in with my camera, I saw him. He was a beautiful, colorful little guy, but he looked miserable. He was hiding inside a shell that was clearly too small for him. His legs were cramping up against the opening. He couldn't move properly. He was safe, yes, but he was stuck. And I realized I was looking at the universal problem of growth. To grow means to get bigger, but to get bigger means you have to leave the thing that contains you. We tend to look at hermit crabs as these armored little tanks, walking around the beach with their mobile fortresses. We think they are tough, but the secret, the terrifying secret, is that they are not tough at all. Inside that hard shell, the crab has a soft, curled, fleshy abdomen. It is as fragile as a balloon. It has no armor. It has no defense. It is the most vulnerable part of his body, and he spends his entire life trying to hide it. I watched him struggle with the decision. You could see the hesitation in his antennae. He knew he had to move. He knew he was suffocating in that old shell. But the ocean is a scary place. There are seagulls, there are fish, there are other crabs. To leave the shell is to accept death as a possibility. How many of us stay in toxic situations because we are afraid of being naked? We stay in the small shell of a bad job because the open beach of unemployment is terrifying. We stay in the small shell of an unhappy marriage because the open beach of being alone feels too dangerous. But then, the pain of staying became greater than the fear of leaving. He made his move. He pulled himself out. It was a shocking sight. Without his shell, he looked weird. He looked long and pale and soft. He looked incomplete. He was scurrying across the sand, dragging his naked body, looking for cover. This is the phase of life I call the void. It is that space between who you were and who you are becoming. You have left the old house, but you haven't found the new one yet. You are exposed. You feel raw. Every wind burns your skin. You feel like everyone is staring at your weakness. I watched him panic. He ran towards a white object in the sand, thinking it was salvation. He inspected it desperately. It was a plastic bottle cap. He tried to back into it, but it was shallow. It was garbage. It offered no protection. It made me think about how we humans deal with the void. When we feel empty and exposed, we often try to fill the gap with garbage. We buy things we don't need. We scroll through social media for hours. We jump into rebound relationships. We try to fit our soft, vulnerable souls into plastic caps, hoping they will make us feel safe. But they don't work. The crab realized this. He abandoned the trash and kept running. He was exhausted now. The sun was drying him out. I could see his movements slowing down. The stakes were life and death. Then he saw it. A beautiful spiral turban shell half buried in the wet sand. It was larger than his old one. It was perfect. He rushed towards it. He didn't just jump in, he inspected it. He used his claws to clean out the sand. He checked for cracks. Even in his desperation, he was careful. And then, the most critical moment, the exchange. He turned his back to the new shell. He aligned his soft, vulnerable tail with the opening, and he slid backward. Click. You couldn't hear it, but you could feel it. The way his body settled into the spiral. the way his eyes relaxed, the way he pulled his legs in to test the fit. It was a perfect match. Suddenly, the frantic, scared, naked creature was gone. In his place stood a warrior. He was armored again. He was safe again. But this time, he was bigger. He walked differently. He had more room to breathe. He had more room to grow. A fish swam by in the shallow water, a shadow looming over him. Instinctively, the crab withdrew into his new fortress. The shell held strong. The danger passed. He emerged slowly, looking out at the ocean with what I interpreted as confidence. This journey taught me that vulnerability is not a weakness. It is the necessary bridge to strength. You cannot get the bigger life without the scary walk across the sand. You cannot find your new home without first being homeless. If you are feeling naked right now, if you feel like you have lost your protection, your title, your status, or your safety net, if you feel like you are scurrying through the sand, exposed and afraid, do not panic. You are not dying. You are molting. You are in the exchange. The feeling of exposure is temporary. You are looking for your new shell, and you will find it. And when you do, you will realize that it fits the new version of you perfectly. But remember this, one day you will outgrow that shell too, and you will have to do this all over again. That isn't a curse. That is the definition of being alive. Keep walking. Your new home is just ahead.